Shinra's finished. Meteor's gonna fall in about 7 more days. That's what grandfather said. Chase, you want to see everyone in Cosmo Canyon again? Yes. You want to see Marlene, right? Don't ask me that. We'll beat Sephiroth. Then, if we don't release the power of Holy in 7 days, there won't be a planet left to protect. If we can't beat Sephiroth, it's as good as death for us. We'll just go a few days sooner than the rest who'll die from Meteor. Don't be thinking you're gonna lose before you even fight! No! What I meant was, what are we all fighting for? I want us all to understand that. Save the planet, for the future of the planet, sure, that's all fine. But really, is that really how it is? For me, this is a personal feud. I want to beat Sephiroth and settle my past. Saving the planet just happens to be a part of that. I've been thinking. I think we all are fighting for ourselves. For ourselves, and that someone, something, whatever it is, that's important to us. That's what we're fighting for. That's why we keep up this battle for the planet. You're right. It sounds cool saying to save the planet, but I was the one who blew up that macro reactor. Looking back on it now, I can see that wasn't the right way to do things. I made a lot of friends and innocent bystanders suffer. At first, it was revenge against Shimmer for attacking my town. But now, yeah, I'm fine for Marlene. For Marlene. For Marlene's future. Yeah, I guess I want to save the planet for Marlene's sake. Go and see her. Make sure you're right. And come back. And all of you, get off the ship and find out your reasons for yourselves. I want you to make sure. Then I want you to come back. Maybe ain't none of us will come back. Mia's gonna kill us all anyway. Let's just forget any use to struggling. I know why I'm fighting. I'm fine to save the planet, that's that. But besides that, there's something personal too. A very personal memory that I have. What about all of you? I want all of you to find that something within yourselves. If you don't find it, then that's okay too. You can't fight without a reason, right? So I won't hold it against you if you don't come back. What are you going to do, Tifa? Did you forget? I'm all alone. I don't have anywhere to go. Everyone's gone. Yeah, we don't have anywhere or anyone to go home to. You're right. But I'm sure someday they'll come back. Don't you think? I wonder. Everyone has an irreplaceable something they're holding on to. But this time, our opponent. But that's alright. Even if no one comes back. As long as I'm with you. As long as you're by my side. I won't give up even when I'm scared. Tifa. No matter how close we are, we were far apart before this. But when we were in the live stream, surrounded by all those screams of anguish, I thought I heard your voice. You probably don't remember this, but deep in my heart, I heard you calling my name. Or at least, I thought I did. Yeah, at that time I heard you calling me. You were calling me back from the stream of consciousness in the live stream. After all, I promised that if anything were to ever happen to you, I would come to help. Cloud, do you think the stars can hear us? Do you think they see how hard we're fighting for them? I don't know, but whether they are or not, we still have to do what we can and believe in ourselves. Someday we'll find the answer. Right, Tifa? That's what I learned from you when I was in the live stream. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Tifa, there are a lot of things I wanted to talk to you about. But now that we're together like this, I don't know what I really wanted to say. I guess nothing's changed at all. Kinda makes you want to laugh. Cloud, words aren't the only thing that tell people what you're thinking. It's almost dawn. Huh? Sorry, did I wake you? It's almost dawn, Tifa. Good morning, Cloud. Give me a little longer. Just a little bit longer. This day will never come again. So let me have this moment. Yeah. Okay. This is probably the last time we'll have together. We'd better go. But I still... It's alright, Tifa. You said so yourself yesterday. At least we don't have to go on alone. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's go. The airship is too big for just the two of us. Yeah, it's a little lonely without everyone. Don't worry, it'll be okay. I'll make a big enough ruckus for everyone. Besides, I'm the pilot. No more flying around casually like before. We won't have time to feel lonely, if you know what I mean. Huh? It's moving. Barrett! Zid! Oh, is that okay with you? Chase! Why didn't you tell me? But, you know, Sid... Hey, Chase. If you butt in now, you never know what they'll say later. Were you... watching? Oh my god! Vincent! Why such a puzzled look? You don't want me to come? No, it's just you're always so cold. I thought you didn't care what was happening. Cool? I guess that's just how I am. Sorry. As he proceeds to do a backflip. Well, looky here, the Shimmer Man just come back. Excuse me, but I wanted to come with the main group, but I couldn't get away. So some people in Midgard took me in. I know I have a stuffed animal body, but I'll work really hard. I guess that's everyone. No, Yuffie's missing. She ain't gonna show up. At least this time she didn't steal our material. Guess we gotta be thankful for that. How could you say that? I came all this way here after being seasick as a dog. I didn't go through all that shit just to have you guys have the best parts all to yourselves. Welcome back, Yuffie. Gee, Cloud, that's so nice of you to say. You sick? But whatever, I'm gonna be in my reserved seat in the hall. Wait, shit. Thanks, everyone. We didn't come back for your spiky-headed ass. We came back for Marlene. Guess it's just my, feelings or something. I ain't got no words now. Although she's not here, she left us a window of opportunity. We can't let it go like this. Eris. She was smiling to the end. We have to do something, or that smile would just freeze like that. Let's all go together. Memories of Eris. Although she should have returned to the planet by now, something stopped her, and now she's stuck. We've got to let go of Eris's memory. Has anyone here changed their mind? I'm counting on you, Sid. Yeah. There are two lovers here that have been bugging me for a while now. Let me try them out. Alright, so what should I do? You decide, Cloud. This is our last battle. Our target is the North Cave. Our enemy is Sephiroth. So let's move out. We're almost to the North Cave. We're on our way, Sephiroth. Man, I'm gonna stick it to him. What is it, Sid? Some incredible force. Losing control. hell out of here, flunkies! Didn't I tell you I want to go home? Yes, sir, this is our home! Oh my... Stop trying to act so cool! We already got Vincent for that! Alright, you jokers, hold me down with everything you got! Geronimo! What an incredible way to end a disc. It just pumps us up, the players, to go immediately into the finale. We're ready to take on Sephiroth right now. But that entire last cutscene is absolutely incredible. The Under the Highwind scene, we're going to talk about that at the end of the episode, don't you worry. But most importantly, it shows how our friendship with our entire cast has grown, and Cloud as a character especially has grown, showing that now that he knows himself, he finally understands the feelings inside himself and understands that all the cast members, his teammates, also feel the same way. They have these same feelings inside themselves, so his decision to make them go out and figure out why they're fighting is the most important decision he's ever made as a leader. It's the best leader decision in his leader career. Alright? But where are we going to save this? Where are we going? Yeah, let's go right here. But the cliffhanger is rather silly, but it's just a way to transition into the game. And let's see what picture we get for the end of this disc. Oh, we got Cait Sith. I've never gotten Cait Sith before. Cait Sith in his natural habitat, being a fortune teller in Gold Saucer. I almost forgot the name in Gold Saucer. These wallpapers are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Every single one of them looks amazing. They're great for your phone or your desktop. I'm going to go through all of them now, actually. I have them all collected on my laptop, so I'm just going to start editing and going through each one with you just to show you every single one, especially the ones that we missed. We'll talk about them, but yeah, I'll see you there in just a second. Alright, starting off strong, we have Sephiroth's wallpaper. Oh my goodness, the most iconic scene in the game, a very famous scene to everyone who's played this game, is when he's walking through the flames of Nibelheim that he started. It's just an incredible piece of art. It's the exact moment when a hero, in a sense, became the villain. So it's very iconic. There's nothing much else to say, but this is Sephiroth's scene. I'm not sure if it actually shows up at the end of a disc, but this is one of the promotional arts, if anything. Next is the cover art of the game. Our main hero, Cloud Strife, looking up at the Shinra headquarters. And you actually see this scene at the beginning of the game as well, when Cloud looks up at the Shinra headquarters in his polygonal form. But this art piece shows what it would actually look like in higher quality, or more realistic standards. But back then, our hero's past was filled with mystery. But now we know all about this main hero. Next, we have one of the most inspirational father figures in gaming, Barrett Wallace, the second hero we met in the game as well. Here in this scene, we have Barrett with his daughter Marlene in the church that we met Aeris, paying his respects. Barrett's character and arc in this entire game, I feel like for some reason is very underrated. I think the more famous characters in the series overshadow his whole arc in a sense, but you have to respect what he did throughout this entire thing, taking care of his best friend's daughter and doing everything for Marlene. It warms my heart. Here we have Vincent Valentine with one of the most epic art pieces ever drawn. He is in Nibelheim. He's clearly looking at the Shinra mansion in Nibelheim, and the world is just exploding. It's just exploding for no reason. Whatever. It's fine. The colors here are so vibrant. It's such an epic piece, and his design, of course, is absolutely incredible. The lightning representing the chaos and the turmoil that is inside his heart. Here we have Aeris. I already talked about hers in a previous episode, but just to repeat it, it's just kind of sad that Aeris, it shows her looking at the Highwind when they are visiting in Junon the first time, but she never actually rides the airship. It's quite sad. But our heroes, though, are now going to try and free Holy so that Aeris can fly through the live stream freely, controlling it even. Next, we have a new one for us. We have grumpy old Sid. After just flying his tiny Bronco, one of his favorite pastimes to be able to fly, he's looking at his dream, the rocket in Rocket Town. And it's great to see this scene now because he finally got to fulfill his dream being an astronaut. And it shows that you should never give up on your dreams. Things may work out in the end. And by the way, the mountains in the background of this piece look amazing. Look at that. They look real. We might as well look at this one again. The prideful youth, Yuffie Kisaragi, the strength and the patriot of Wutai. She is here looking onto Wutai from the finger of Da Chao, the mountain of Da Chao, with the sunset showing. This is just an epic piece. Next, we have a classic piece. Red 13, the fire of Cosmo Canyon, standing next to his father Seto, looking onto the moon. A very gloomy moon at that. The blue coloring really shows the internal mood inside Red 13 at this moment. I feel like when Cloud told everyone to go visit their families, this is one of the things Red 13 did right here. This is an exact moment that you didn't get to see. You knew I was going to save the best for last. Tifa Lockhart in Nibelheim at the well, looking into the stars, probably thinking about that promise. To this day, and ever since I had my first laptop, this has been my desktop wallpaper ever since. It is a perfect piece for that. I've dedicated this entire LP to this character, and you see why now. You see why she's so important to the world. She's such an inspiration to all of us. And now we're going to move on to discussing one of Tifa's most famous scenes again, and one of my favorite romantic scenes, if not the best, in my opinion, in gaming history. Under the Highwind. That is what this scene is known as. And there are two different forms of this scene, changing the dialogue between Cloud and Tifa. This change depends on the number of relationship points the player has with Tifa at this point. Remember the dating mechanic from a long time ago? Those dating mechanic points affected not only the Gold Saucer scene, but also this scene with Tifa, which says a lot about Cloud and Tifa's growing relationship. This particular interaction is seen by the player when they have 50 points or higher on Tifa, and this is the canon interaction. I will not be discussing the other scene. It's very lackluster and there is no point. We're going to start at the very beginning, where Cloud makes his best decision as the leader of this group. Find what you are fighting for. This idea comes from Cloud of all people. A man who hasn't shown much emotion throughout the game, who doesn't have much besides one person as we see. I really respect Cloud at this moment because we now see he gets it. He understands his friends, he understands what it means to feel, and most importantly, he understands himself. We all need a reason to fight, to live, and there is one person who gave him this chance again. He planned this. Cloud planned on talking to Tifa. He says it himself. There are a lot of things I wanted to talk to you about. Cloud wanted to talk to her about the livestream, what they saw together in his mind. But when we get in a situation like this, especially when we are nervous, which they both are, our minds blank. We can't think straight because we're so excited. He makes a joke as if he hasn't changed at all, yet it shows a huge amount of development. This is not your typical romantic scene. It's a very human, awkward interaction, portraying these two perfectly. Words aren't the only way to tell someone how you feel. Such an amazing quote and her most famous line to this day. For us introverts, coming up with something to say, on the spot especially, will only hinder us. We are better showing how we feel. They have changed up the translation of this quote in other titles, mainly the mobile games, but they still share the same message. It's Tifa Lockhart in a nutshell. in the first half of this game, we see Tifa Lockhart not saying what's on her mind about Cloud the entire time, but right now, in this moment, it's time to show him what she's thinking. And a hidden cherry on top is the theme that plays during this entire scene, the anxious heart theme. This theme has always fit for Tifa, anxious about the truth of Cloud in Disc 1, but this time, they are anxious for different reasons. She can't even look at him or she will burst. Cloud can't come up with the words to say, and it's adorable to her. Tifa admits that they are close now, referencing the relationship points. Cloud is that important person to Tifa, as she says, as long as you're by my side, I won't give up even if I'm scared. Another amazing quote in the same scene. Then Cloud wants to reply to this because she's important to him, obviously. If a woman or man says something that deep and vulnerable to you, never let them go. Tifa has already lived up to her quote when she took care of him when he was in a coma, not willing to fight without him by her side. Cloud mentions a very personal memory. This memory being Tifa's promise, of course. A very special memory, as we know, to both of them. This tells us that he is fighting for Tifa. He needs to win. He needs to fight in order to protect her. He is so indebted to this woman. This moment is very special for both of these heroes. They are comfortable being around each other, which is a huge step for the type of people they are, especially Tifa's emotional shyness. I have a quote here from the Case of Tifa excerpt, which takes place after Final Fantasy VII. Cloud says, "This time, I have you." Tifa replies, "We kind of always had each other, haven't we?" Cloud replies, "Yeah, but now I know what that means." If that doesn't put a smile on your face, you are twisted. They live happily together after this game, which is why Advent Children's story makes even less sense! Anyways, these two individuals are traumatized by their past, but understand now that they will always have one another, and they don't have to deal with it alone. It's an unbreakable bond. Characters get stuck in tropes a lot, especially today, but Tifa once said, "I don't know how I feel," after Shinra killed Sector 7 when hunting for them. She questions herself, just like we do on a daily basis. A lot of characters already know how they feel because they represent a stereotype. She isn't trapped in that. As I've said plenty of times in this LP, she's the perfect representation of a human. This scene is such a tender, emotional moment, unlike anything we've seen in this game so far. Enjoying each other's company the whole night, both of their dreams being realized before the end. It's short and sweet, straight to the point. The way Tifa behaves afterwards says a lot of what happened. It can be inferred through context. The way she greets Cloud in the morning, surprised that it wasn't a dream. She really did just spend the night with Cloud under the stars. It was more than just hanging out, especially after Barrett's comment, knowing they were enjoying being alone, and they never wanted it to end. "This may be our last chance together," he says, in a very sad way. They don't want this to be the last time. And all of this is why this scene holds up as one of the most tender moments in gaming, one of the best romantic scenes in my opinion. Don't get me started on the flirting afterwards. Oh my god, this is a relationship. It just makes everything clear, the way Tifa reacts to his little teasing comment. Anyways, Tifa has supported us in understanding Cloud as a character the entire way. She deserves this. And as a Tifa fan, this is what we live for. Her happiness, because she deserves it. And Cloud makes her happy, therefore, I'm Cloudy 100%. It's that simple. So thank you for enjoying this beautiful scene along with me. I'll see you all next time.